first thing we want to do is get the trailer level, left to right. So we'll actually take the phone inside, and we've got an app that'll tell us how high or low each side is. We can get that adjusted. Then we'll adjust front to back. So we'll unhook from the truck, and then we'll adjust front to back and make that level. And then we do all the hooking up. We've got an app on the phone. I laid the phone down on the kitchen counter. The driver's side of Bud is a little low. So we've got some levelers we're gonna put under there to raise that side up just a little bit. Always the first thing you want to do is put your chock in. It's just as simple as that. Now there are plastic ones that just cost a couple of dollars, which are okay, but I don't trust that, because if your trailer wants to move and it's just a piece of plastic, it can just squish it. So just spend a couple extra dollars, get nice heavy duty rubber, and that's going to save you thousands of dollars from this guy ever going anywhere. Next, you want to get the front of your trailer situated. The first thing you've got to do is get it unhooked from your truck, and then you can worry about leveling it front to back. So let's get it unhooked from the truck first. You want to unhook your sway bars. To do that, you raise your trailer up as far as you can. If you try to move these bars right now, they wouldn't budge. That's because there's too much weight on them from your RV. So what you're going to do is raise the RV up as far as you can get it. It takes some of the weight off of those bars, and you can loosen them and take them out all the way. When I reach down, what I'm checking is for tension to see if the bar moves. I'm checking to see if it's taking enough weight off of the bars to actually get them out. Now, as you do this, it's actually gonna raise your truck up pretty high. But don't worry, we're gonna get it back down in just a minute. We've jacked it up far enough that the weight is off of the bars. I can move it now. So you wanna take out the Carter pin, take out the L hook, and your sway control bar. Always store them in the same place. Every time, do it the same. Some people just put it on the ground right in front of theirs. I put ours in the bay under the trailer. I put this one on one side, and I put the other one on the other side. That way, when it's time to go, I never have to wonder where these tiny pieces are. They never get lost, and you never have to travel without them. We've got the bars off. We're now gonna get the trailer unattached from the truck. So we're gonna lower the trailer back down. Remember, we jacked it up a little while ago and the whole truck came up. Well, now we're lowering it back down. The goal, what we're trying to do right now, is unlock this. We've got the ball, and there's a little hook that's holding on to the ball. We've got to get the weight off of this, the tension off of this, so we can unhook that. So every so often, you stop and check and see if it'll come out. So we're going to go down now and pull that off. The very first time we ever towed a trailer, ever, anywhere, first time, brand new, we got where we were going, and it was raining as we were trying to set up. And thank God the guy beside us was not a rookie. He offered his help and got us unhooked. We were able to finally get this unhooked, and we could not get this off the ball. If that ever happens, you've got a couple of options. You can hop up here and jump on the truck, and then just that little jarring motion might be enough. But likely what has happened is your truck is just positioned funny on your ball. So look underneath and see, is it too far back or is it too far forward? You just move your truck just an inch one way or another, or half an inch one way or another, and that should loosen you up. But once you are able to unlock here, now you've got to actually get this unattached from your truck. So now you got to raise it back up and get it off of the ball. Once it's ready to come off the ball, it's gonna sound like you've broken something because it's two pieces of metal letting go of each other. It'll sound like you broke something, and that's how you know you've done it right. And then at that point, you keep raising up until you've cleared the ball so you can pull your truck out. So it's about to pop off. Now we're no longer attached the truck to the trailer. So now you wanna unhook any cables you've got. This is for your tail lights. And then your hooks underneath. this cable here is attached to your trailer's brakes. If ever your trailer were to come loose from your truck while you're driving, it'll snap this cable, which will clamp down on those brakes, and your truck, unlike in the Goofy movie where Goofy kept going and then the trailer passed him, that won't happen to you. Your trailer will slam on brakes on its own because this will snap and it'll clamp the brakes down. And so now you just pull your truck out. This is certainly not essential to start camping, but anytime you park anywhere and you leave your trailer like in storage or at home or in the campground even, because there's no telling what might happen there, you just put this inside. That's it. Now they can't get their truck in there and take your trailer. I don't think at a campground that's going to happen, but definitely in storage you want to do that. There are different kinds of these. Put something on there for your protection. Next up, we want to get level. That way everything inside is perfectly level. Your refrigerator works right, your water works right, and it's just going straight down a drain. It's not getting stuck anywhere. Definitely take the time to get level so you don't have any of those issues. Chloe's inside the RV. She's looking at the app to see if we're level front to back.
We're about to level, and we have this app that we lay on the camper, and it shows us how level we are, and when the ball's in the flat middle, that's when we're perfectly level. So, my dad is about to go level the camper, and I'm going to tell him as the numbers go down to 0, and I'm going to yell at the door so he knows when to stop pushing the button to level the camper.
I know that we're high right now by about 4 inches, so we're just going to lower the trailer down. She's going to holler out to me from inside, and so I'll know when to stop. She's going to count down to me once we get to like 0.9, 0.8, and I'll hear her hit 0, and I'll stop moving and we'll be level. Out here, there's not really a way to know except just with your eye how far you've moved. So you got to listen to the person inside who tells you when you get close.
4, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, 1 inch.
I think she said 1 inch. Did you say 1 inch?
Yes, 1 inch.
Okay, so now we got 1 more inch. She's gonna call it down to us.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I think she said 0. Is it at 0, Chloe?
Okay, right now it just went back to 0.1, but it's pretty close. So
all right. So she says we're between 0 and 0.1. So I'm just gonna take it down just a teeny tiny, and that's gonna be it. That's it. That's what we get. And that is pretty level. And that's gonna make all the living inside much easier. All you've got to do is stabilize now. For the stabilizers on your rig, these aren't for leveling. All your leveling is done. This really is just stabilizing. So now we're just gonna have these come down, and they hold the trailer to minimize the sway that's going. Anytime you've got something that's gonna be on the ground, instead of having it go directly onto the ground, have it go onto some sort of block, whether it's a piece of wood or one of these Lego type things. You can stack these, but what that does is it spreads out the weight across that block, and it doesn't let you sink down into the ground at all. You don't want your stabilizers to come down real tall like this, because that's just not safe. Now you got a lot of room to wobble. You want it to come down and sit. So it's good to have extras of these. We got a couple of sets that we use on the front, and we use on each of the stabilizers. But now you can crank these by hand. There's a tool you can do, but after a couple of times we learned this is definitely the way you want to do it. Once I put this one down, it was extended more than I would have liked. It's gonna be unstable. This is where Chloe and Sophie sleep. Their bedroom is right above here. And it's not gonna be good when they hop into their bed and the thing starts moving on them. So I'm just gonna add a couple more blocks so that it's a little more stable for them. So Bud came with a yellow arm on each stabilizer jack. It's called a strong arm. This is a tool that allows me to reach in and grab and tighten so that the strong arm is extended. It's just one more thing to keep the stabilizers stable. All right, you see that one? See back there, that'd be hard to reach. I mean, you could go under there and get to it, but it'd be hard to get to. So this tool is fantastic. Another part of setup, this is definitely not a must-have. This is a down the road, but it's one more thing to keep your RV from being wobbly while you're inside. This is called an x-chock, and it's just gonna chock between the wheels. It does not take the place of a chock that keeps your trailer from flying away. It's in addition to that. The x-chock comes with a ratchet. You're just gonna put it between the tires and then tighten it up so that it pushes against each tire. So now it's one more method of stabilizing.